Random Nerd Game.
Best Batman suit. Who do we like?
This is where I would like to have input.
Yes.
Why do the Batman suits have nipples?
There was a whole, it was called, let's just call it Nipplegate. No, it was talked about. When that suit came out, it was talked about. Like a bat suit should not have nipples.
I gotta tell you, I think that the new Batman had the most best looking suit.
Yes.
That we've seen.
I totally agree.
Best Batmobile.
Ooh.
I didn't like the new Batmobile.
Yeah,
I thought
I'm going
it was
with Bale.
stupid. I would say Affleck or Bale had the best.
Oh, I forgot about Affleck.
Who was the one? Which was the one that had the big armor?
Affleck, right there. You're pointing at it.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool one.
No, but I'm going with Bale's.
Okay, so it's an Affleck versus Bale. Do we have a tiebreaker in the audience?
Bale's Batmobile has a motorcycle that shoots out of it.
Out of those, I would pick Bale.
Best brawler, hand-to-hand combat.
Robinson.
So
Man.
I would have said Bale before the new movie because we even saw him go through all the training for that. But was this not the first movie where you actually looked at the fight? Like you actually were conscious of the fighting, but in a good way?
I was blown away by the fighting.
It was like when you watched Born Identity for the first time,
Right.
You're like, wow, Batman can fight. Like that's how it felt.
I thought Bale would never be beat from the fight point of view. And then Affleck actually gave him a tiny run for the money. I'm like, oh, those are pretty good sequences. Bale and Affleck, Pattinson in the fighting. Holy crap. The fight choreographer there. Whoa.
I also really appreciated that they made Batman really human in this movie. Whereas he wasn't just a superhero that was getting knocked down and stood up. Like he was getting tired. He was getting knocked down. Like he felt like he was a human.
Yeah.
You know.
Also, didn't they have a whole, maybe I'm mixing up movies because we've seen a lot lately, but didn't they have a whole one shot of him fighting, like a one take of a whole
What was it, the subway sequence?
With the subway.
I can't remember. Okay, best detective.
Best detective.
Without a doubt, Pattinson.
I mean, this movie is a noir.
Well, and also like even just like the puzzle solving and the profiling of the crime scene.
I mean, he's a detective in a noir movie. In this, it's a loaded question.
Best bat voice.
Okay.
Bale drove me nuts. I hated
No.
Hated.
No.
His was the most annoying bat voice.
Disagree.
I also hated Affleck's. He sounded like Ghostface.
Affleck sounded like he was trying to do Bale.
Clooney's Batman was just Clooney.
I appreciate that more.
I'm sexy Batman with my Clooney voice.
Christy says we're making her excited to see it. Well, I guess
hey,
Batman, the Batman,
Warner Brothers,
our money.
Yeah, sponsor us. Please sponsor us.
I can't mind.
Keaton had a great voice. I agree. Hafugo says Keaton had a great voice. But we all loved Keaton. But I have to tell you, I liked Pattinson. I actually was thinking this during the movie that like his voice wasn't a put on voice. Like he just kind of had the same voice the whole way through.
Yeah.
And you know what else I liked about he wasn't a playboy Bruce Wayne, which I know that's probably what the comic books have. I like that he was more of a tortured, realistic Bruce Wayne.
Felt like a kid.
Definitely emo Bruce Wayne. I'm gonna go with Bale.
The worst bat voice you're picking is the best. The best gadgets. That's a tougher one.
Yeah, this movie wasn't very gadget heavy.
It was not gadget heavy at all.
It was the contact thing was cool though.
The
contact thing.
Oh yeah. But was it Nolan's who had the sonar things?
It's either Keaton or Bale.
I would go with Bale, I think, just for the sonar eyes alone.
The first time Keaton went up with his bat gun thing, I don't know. That's a pretty
nostalgia.
Magical. Yeah. That's a tough one to beat for me.
Best Batman.
Ever?
So you can go nostalgia.
Okay,
you can go by who you enjoy watching the most.
Before Robert Pattinson, it was always Bale by a mile.
Yes.
And I'm sticking with Bale until Pattinson does one other thing. I can't throw away all the credit that Bale got over this amazing
I would have
Batman.
said my favorite Batman before Pattinson was Bale because I liked Nolan's Batmans. But my favorite actor as Batman before Pattinson was Keaton. But now I think Pattinson might have won all of that.
He's just an all-around better Batman.
He just works as Batman.
Nerds are sticking with Keaton.
And I was heavy on Bale. Okay, I was heavy on Bale before I saw this movie.
Adrian says Arnett, no Lego Batman.
Right? He said no Lego Batman.
Because I know he'd win a lot.
Cause you know